Walter is doing something similar in terms of redistribution of wealth, to the extent that you and I can go for lunch at Refettorio and pay for our lunch. And then our lunch is going to subsidize the free dinners that people who cannot afford good quality food and go into the restaurant.
The right to food is something that I discovered, I would say, 3 years ago. I had no idea it even existed because I'm very naive, I guess, and I cook all day. I've been cooking for the past 20 years, so I never asked the question if someone has the right to food. Because for me, it's quite obvious. That's my job. In Geneva now, in 2026 now, it's difficult to talk about food crisis anywhere because there is Gaza going on and Sudan. So, you feel very stupid at saying that there is a food crisis. There is food precarity and there is food insecurity. And the last figure that is 2024, that's the last one that we have, is 12% of the population, which is around 60,000 plus, 60,000. And then almost 50% of the population lives in a state of not having adequate food. So maybe they're eating actually all day, but they're not eating anything good. But I'm feeding people that cannot afford what I'm doing, because usually I charge a ticket for it. So I cover with cash. I just take the decision to remove the cash transaction and just feed the human right itself, which in my case is food. You can apply the same consideration to health. You can apply the same consideration to housing. But to Refettorio, it's like, I would say it's like 20% of the budget goes to food. No. It's not expensive, to be completely honest with you. We do mostly plant-based cuisine. I'm not vegan, I'm not vegetarian, and I'm not even plant-based. But people is supposed to eat vegetables. Now this sounds very stupid, but that's what people is supposed to eat. But there are many angles to describe it.
Please,
The easy one is like we feed 14,000 people per year. 14.
Yeah.
It's the only place open in Geneva for dinner. There is no other place in Geneva open for dinner for the people in food insecurity, which is also called poor and homeless and sick people and people that lives in isolation. They feel more empowered to be treated as people, as normal people. And so I'm not saying that we're saving life, wow, we are like a messiah. We're not any of that. But some people came back to Refettorio after a while to say like they found a job, they're out of drugs, addiction, they're not drinking anymore, they're not sleeping on the street anymore. And the fact that they could have sat in a table and be served by a scientist, by a lawyer, for them it's something unheard. Like, you dream of this kind of thing. So for some of our beneficiaries, this is the biggest KPI. We survived.
You survived because, of course, for all the donors who dropped out, new donors came in.
Many new friends jumped in the boat because they like integrity, I think. And then I think at Refettorio we offer something that not many associations can offer. That is, you put your dollar here and you can come volunteer so that you see immediately how that dollar, it doesn't matter if it's $1 or $2 million, whatever, you can actually come and see, there is no filter. You come and you see what we do with the funds that we're asking for. And you can do it today. You can step into a restaurant in Geneva, you can feed poor people in Geneva. Many donors, they can volunteer, they're shocked because they see poor people in the first place. Privatize, come for events, come volunteer, donate 5 francs, I don't know, send your friends, talk about Refettorio. In fact, it's not your fault, I understand, at the beginning I was very angry, what the fuck is the people?
Yeah. On the other side, there's people like me that I tend to filter a lot of the things that after when I say them, right? I try to be a bit more politically correct, a bit because of the experience that we've had. For example, for me, I work in a fundraising for an international organization.
In general, I think whenever you understand what narcissism is and you can control it, and really, so you understand what it is, and you can be a victim of narcissism. So whenever you understand that, then you can be vocal. Meaning you're not doing it just to fulfill your own ego narcissistic-like tendency, so forth. I grew up in the periphery of Milano. My father is a migrant. My mother is an internal, or she was an internal migrant. We lived in a banlieue that will sound better here, surrounded by violence and drugs, and I was addicted for 10 years, like high, like, you know, like really. And I climbed up myself, like I didn't have my Humanish daddy to do it. I mean, you know, I just did it myself, and I did it because I decided that if I have a strong opinion of what's good and what's bad, I much rather follow what's good and do as much as possible, because until now I didn't have anything to lose. Literally, like, you know, literally. And even now that I created all of this, but all of this in fact is nothing. Because if you have an understanding of what it is from the inside, like me, in fact, everyone can do this. I mean, I did it. How? Like, I did it because in fact, you don't do things by yourself. You do it with usually a variety of people around you. And maybe my role has been to insight these people and put them together and push them in the right direction. And the only way I found that it's correct to do it is by being vocal and show some integrity.